Welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in, don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Jam-packed with celebrities. Red carpet interviews. New talent coming up. New news. Never snooze, never lose. You choose. Never snooze, never lose. You choose. Welcome to the red room tonight. Welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room tonight. Welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in, don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m.
Hello, welcome to the Red Room tonight. I'm your host, Tonia Grady, aka Gradygirl. On today's show, we are featuring a fabulous program called Chionesu Bakari. It's a rites to passage program that helps personally to develop our young black males from ages 8 to 18. This program is fabulous. I hadn't heard about it, but as soon as I did, I wanted to come out and feature them on the Red Room because I want to make sure you know about them. So don't you go anywhere because the Red Room tonight starts now.
We are
the young men of Chionesu Bakari.
Chionesu Bakari means
guiding light of noble promise.
Our mission statement is to reclaim,
rename, renew, and recondition
the stereotypes of young black men. Our age group is from
8 to 18.
The 4 stages of the program are
Pauper, warrior, prince, and rites of passage.
We are a uniform program.
So the main charge is making sure that our mission and also our brand is in complete sync with the community. So what we want to make sure is that that any young man that's in the Brooklyn area understand that, and any parent or anyone in our area, that there's an opportunity and there's individuals and there's a program that's designed not just that you're invited to, but was made just for you.
There's a stereotype of black men in America that's overly negative, but this program, it counters that to the extreme, in that these young men are very intelligent, these young men are very forward thinking, they're very thirsty for knowledge, they're very forward thinking in terms of what they want to do and actualizing their purpose here on earth and in the community.
First of all, I learned about the program on the internet. And when I saw that they had been out to California and had been to Stanford and had that great experience there, my first thought was, wow, 60 young men. What kind of fountain? Where's this money coming from? That's what I wanted to know. I was curious. And then when I learned the opportunities that you have in the community for fundraising, and that the fact that the parents are involved in this program, then I realized this was a very important program because you have built-in interest for these young people, and they know they have the support of their parents.
Chionesu Bakari.
Chionesu Bakari is a Swahili phrase meaning guiding light of noble promise.
Well, when I was young, my father was not there for me. I was 3 years old and he was sick. And he died at the age, when I was 5, he died at the age of 24. And I didn't have no male father figure in my life, so my mother introduced me into Chionesu Bakari and it changed my life.
Also, I didn't have a father in my household, and I really didn't want to go at first, but my mom told me I had to go, and I needed a male figure in my life, so I learned new things, and now I'm here now.
Same. I didn't have my father in my life. My mom just wanted me to get out the house and don't focus on video games and all that. She wanted me to experience more and bond with other young men.
I had a father, but he wasn't like there for me. He wasn't there, so I just joined Chionesu, and they like all there for me.
The program also got me out of my shell and comfort zone, Cause at first I was nervous to do public speaking, and now like I'm one of the best public speakers in my class.
They teach us about hygiene and how to take care of yourself, because not everything that they taught us I did before I learned, but now I learned it and I'm using it for my body, to take care of my body so that I could be presentable.
One thing they taught me was to be more confident. I used to be real shy. I didn't want to talk to nobody. Now, over the years, I've grown. I show confidence. I'm speaking in public. I would never even do that, but now I am.
I started Chionesu Bakari when I was 8 years old, 2008. So it has been 9 years since I've joined, and I learned a lot of brotherhood. I learned a lot of brotherhood and how to deal with other people that they may not be like me, but are similar to me. And I've learned a sense of unity because you're stronger together with people like you, and also a lot of leadership qualities, because now, since I've been here for a while, I'm actually on staff and I work for the summer. So it's kind of like coming to fruition after all these years of my dedication, a lot of hard work.
I've been in Chionesu Bakari for 7 years now. The best part for me is the brotherhood, because even though we'll see each other here, I'll always text them and see them outside of the program, and I like the bond that we get outside. And I like my little brothers, because I have two. I have Kari and Jason, and they look up to me. They come to me for whatever they need. They text me whenever they need something. A good part about the program is the trips. We get a good chance to see new things, and I'm a senior now, so I'm getting to look at new schools that I could go to. So for me, I know I want to go to Clark Atlanta or Buffalo State.
I want to be a model when I grow up. I want to be a superstar when I grow up. I want to be a singer when I grow up. I want to be a doctor when I grow up. Shut up, ugly. You ain't gonna be no doctor. You ain't gonna be nothing but a hoe when you grow up. Leave her alone.
What's the matter with my little princess?
Daddy, am I ugly? Daddy, am I gonna be a hoe when I grow up?
No, baby, you are beautiful. And you're my little princess. And no, you're not gonna be a hoe when you grow up. You're gonna be a doctor or anything else you wanna be. Where you get this from? Listen, don't let anyone make you feel less than what you know you are. And that's my little princess. Okay?
My daddy said I'm not ugly, and my daddy said I'm not a hoe, and my daddy said I could be a doctor and anything else I want to be when I grow up.
So, I don't care.
The love, self-respect, and insight that a father imparts on his daughters will last when everything else fades.
Tonight, welcome to the Red Room, Welcome to the Red Room tonight.
Hello, welcome to the Red Room. I'm Tonia Grady, and I am standing here with this young man that I am now a fan of, Mr. Horace Moore, who is the founder and executive director of a fabulous program called Chionesu Bakari.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
I have to say, love this program, and I love what you're doing with these young men. And I would like to know, how did you get started and what inspired you to have a rites of passage program for our young men ages 8 to 18?
Well, being in education for over 30 years, as a middle school math teacher, got a little discouraged about the numbers of young men who were graduating and going on to high school and completing high school and going on to college. Wanted to do something different, wanted to do something unique. At that particular time, Eagle Academy was just starting under the leadership of David Banks, and I thought that I wanted to do something different besides just the all-male school. 2006, target 30 young men, former students, current student of mine, and decided to model a program that will geared directly and intentional to developing them to become better young men.
Okay, well, I have to say, I applaud you for doing this, because it definitely needs to be done. Our young males are in sort of a vacuum almost, and I feel like they aren't getting the necessary love and development that they need. And then we wonder why, when we see the outcomes of the crime and the statistics, nobody put any love and attention into them, so how can the outcome be anything different? So the fact that you have this program who basically, you guys love on them, you teach them, you give them critical thinking, you help them develop, and you show them a world outside of their world. And a program like that, I've been around and my boots are on the ground. I love programs like this that, you know, help the youth, because that's where my heart is. But I haven't seen anything quite like this, and I would have to say, this is pretty amazing.
Thank you. Part of it is just the dedication of the staff. We have men who not only have families and wives, but they also have the heart for children. And children not of their own. And we, along with myself and the younger staff that who come through the program, who's now working on our staff in preparation to taking over, they give so much of themselves, and we see the need. So what we try to do is just be intentional about what we try to do, try to make sure that our young men see from men what is needed to be done to be successful in the future. We show that men can love each other.
Yes.
Men can hug each other. You know, sometimes we got to give a little tough love as well, but it's still love. And as long as they know it's coming from the right place. And then we have some wonderful young men. We have some young men.
Met them.
Some young men who haven't even tapped into their fullest potential. And sometimes they just need a little nudge to show that, yeah, you are successful, you are intelligent, you are smart, you are handsome. Because so many times we are told what we're not. So it just sometimes we need to have people just to tell them who we are.
Reinforcement, yes. One of the things that I got from the young men that I interviewed, mostly all of them said, I asked them what was the best part of the program, mostly all of them said the brotherhood. So I think that's awesome as well, because a lot of times you see these young males and they're fighting and hating on each other. So when you see these young kids and they're loving each other and, you know, being kind of like their brother's keeper, and you guys are teaching them that, there's no way that they can lose in the future. This is a win-win.
Right, that's all part of what we try to do as develop community. You know, I grew up in Brownsville at a time where community was community. Where some other parent could correct your parent without having problems. So now we try to develop that, and that's why we incorporate our parents in everything we do, our staff and our young men. And the young men love the brotherhood. That's why we travel. We expose them outside of New York City, and being away together and knowing that you're together as a group in whatever city or state is us versus that city or state. That builds the bond, that develops the bond. They know that now I'm not here alone. I have somebody here to support me as well.
Tell me about some of the places you take the kids to.
Man, we've been to 28 different states. We done traveled from every place on the East Coast, from Charlotte, Atlanta, Alabama, Selma, Alabama, St. Louis, Cali. We just got back from a 2-week trip in California.
As I was interviewing a lot of the parents and some of the children, that a lot of them are growing up without their fathers. Now, I know you don't know me, but this is where my heart beats. Fatherless children, like that is my heartbeat. I love trying to help fatherless children and helping families reconnect. I'm raising a fatherless child, and you know, one of the things that I'm happy to say, you know, her dad has just re-entered her life, and I'm happy for that. But I've traveled around so many different states trying to preach to single moms and preach to the fathers about, you know, it's not about us and the difficulties that we have, but it's all about the children, and just trying to connect the fathers with the children. And I just love this. And do you search out for the fatherless children, or is it that it sort of comes to you?
I think because there's no dad present in the household or no male figure that they can go to, they usually seek out our program. And what happens is, what's amazing about our program is that we have a lot of young men whose fathers are actively involved in the program. So they may not, they have one child, but then they take on all the young men.
I'm so glad that I got introduced to this program and I hadn't heard about it. And I'm mad that I hadn't heard about it. And I'm wondering, why is that? Because this is why I do this show. This is why I do the Red Room Tonight, because I like to focus on people doing great things in our neighborhoods. So to have a program like Chionesu Bakari and not know about it, that makes me mad.
Right. Well, we have been around for the last 11 years. Well, if any parent is out there listening, this is an opportunity where your sons get an opportunity to develop brotherhood. They get an opportunity to be exposed to different opportunities, not only about themselves, but about their history, about their culture. And this is about just building community and family. Men raising, helping develop young men, parents supporting the vision and the community. And that's all we try to do, is just try to support our community and the next generation.
Well, Horace, I love what you're doing. I hope that the community supports you, because as soon as I heard about it, nobody had to ask me anything. I was here. I was going to go and expose this program, because that's who I am and that's what I do. And I feel like more people should do that. We should get out and support. We should get behind anything that's helping our community advance and grow. And especially when you talk about the youth, because that's what I love. I love our youth. They're our future. And if we don't help them, then we all damned.
So I just want to thank you for taking that, not just talking the talk, but walking the walk.
I walk the walk.
So we appreciate it, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our program with you.
No, the love is all me. I'm giving it to you. I'm loving on you. And you guys, from me to you, y'all know me. Anybody who knows Tonia Grady, you know about Man Up, you know about Fatherless Like Me, you know I'm all about the youth and helping our kids. So I am personally letting you guys know that this program right here is the real deal. So if you have a young male who needs a little guidance, and even if they don't need a little guidance, it's still a great program for the kids who are doing well.
Yes, absolutely. We don't just target young men who are not doing well. We target all young men. We don't discriminate against any young man. So if you have a young man between the ages of 8 to 18, feel free to reach out to us.
Definitely. And I co-sign that. And I don't co-sign a lot of stuff. Y'all already know what it is. This is Tonia Grady, and I'm going to say thank you very much. And end this interview.
I think it's a wonderful program. I think it's great in terms of how it takes a holistic approach, because you have different programs. They may offer mentoring or like tutoring, but I think here at Chionesu, how they look at the whole family and through the parent workshops. The spiritual grounding of the young men, I think, is key. Chris, I think the biggest development is like accountability. He is becoming more self-aware because he's like really playful, and so I see that he's maturing in terms of being more accountable. Whether he's right or wrong, he'll stand up and say whether or not he did something, and he is able to kind of self-check himself without me always having to say something to him. So I think that's 100% Chionesu.
I wish I would have found a program earlier. I was searching for a program for him because I'm a single mom and his dad lives away in Atlanta. And he was having some issues, and as 10-year-olds grow, and some issues with authority figures in school talking and different things like that. And I just felt that he needed to be around some male mentors or some male figures. Some positive male figures. And actually a girlfriend of mine that I kind of just met at the time told me about this program and kind of got me in. And so I just feel blessed. The biggest development that I see with him is he's a bit more confident. His reactions are a bit different than would have been prior to Chionesu. Like, I could talk all day, but I think he remembers what his mentors might have said to him and just relax, Ace, think first, and then react.
My son Joseph is 10. He'll be 11 in October. And I chose Chionesu Bakari because I lost Joseph's dad while I was pregnant when the program began in 2006. And from then, I thought it would be a good idea to put him in an all-males mentoring program to help him grow up to be a young man. Joseph is not as shy. He is more responsible. He's a leader, and he enjoys learning new things. Traveling is the best aspect because you get to meet new people, see new things. He now wants to attend Morehouse University in Atlanta, and that's because he went with Chionesu down to Morehouse. Joseph would like to be an engineer, and it's because of the trip to Atlanta, some of the people that they met throughout their travel. He says he enjoys being around Black positive males, and that's credited to Chionesu.
Anything that I do, I want it to be positive. So to bring this story to you about this great program makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, check, like I did that. So I'm proud of this particular show. Just wanted to let you know that. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna bring a fabulous story to you next, where we sit down and we talk to one of the original members. This program started out with 30 males, and this young man, John, was one of the original 30, and guess what? Now he's being trained up to be the executive director. That story is coming to you next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. For me, producing is all about knowing how to tell a good, solid story. You have to be able to capture the moments that move you. And you never be afraid to explore with your creative. You have to give the story time to breathe. It needs room to breathe in order to be a good story. And most importantly, you need to dig deep to find the heartbeat of a story, and then you follow it wherever it may take you. I'm Tonia Grady, CEO of Gradygirl Production. There are stories all around us. Around every corner, I believe there's a good story. And most times they're hidden in plain sight. I don't know what your story is. It could be about promoting your business, the rollout of a new product or initiative, or maybe it's the new bakery that opened up in your neighborhood. I don't know. But whatever your story is, I know the most compelling stories are the ones that connect to your audience. So be mindful of who you get to tell your next story. It's a Gradygirl thing.
Welcome to the red room tonight. Welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room tonight.
I'm standing here with John, who is an original member of the Chionesu Bakari program when it first started. And if I am correct, there were 30 kids when it first started, and you were one.
30 young men.
30 young men. They always say young men. They never use kids, so I stand corrected. So you were one of the 30 young men who were a part of the original group that started the Chionesu Bakari program.
Yes.
Okay, and now I hear congratulations is in order because this young man is now taking over for Horace Moore.
Yeah.
He is going to be the executive director.
Yes.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. That is some serious moving on up right there. You started in the program at age what, 12?
12, yeah, 12.
And now he's taking over the program. So you have to be an amazing student.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Okay, why did he choose you?
One, because I took ownership of it. And then before Chionesu started, he was my math teacher. So we always had a bond together and everything. He saw my work ethic. He saw that I was a natural born leader. He saw some stuff in me that I couldn't see for myself. And he was like, yo, John, if you want to do this, just follow my lead and you can take it in. So when he helped me build my confidence, I was like, all right, I could see myself doing it. And it was easy because I got the respect from my peers. I got the respect from him, the program, the family. So I was like, this is something that I could do. I like mentoring. I like the impact. I like the legacy. I like working with the little guys. I like being the oldest one, the big brother and everything. I like being the alumni. Watch the other alumni come back and we give to them and we benefit from them and they benefit from us. So it's just all about the legacy and just continue the process.
Okay, so who better to give back than somebody who actually went through the program?
Right.
I think that's the smartest thing.
Right, absolutely.
Now you can tell me firsthand, what were the biggest lessons that you learned in this program?
The biggest lesson I learned through this program was commitment, dedication, and loyalty. And I say that because it was a time when I actually left the program during my high school days because of personal reasons. And the program didn't know why. So I went left with life, you know, they threw curveballs and all that. So I came back home to the program. And they asked me, how do we know that you're dedicated and committed and loyal to the program so you won't leave again? They said, what you going to do to show that? So I said, the only thing I know how to do, I start the whole process over.
Oh, wow.
So I did this program twice.
Okay, that's dedication.
Well, it's all about a second chance for me with Chionesu Bakari because they gave me a chance to for me to show them that I'm committed and dedicated. So that would be the biggest lesson for me: commitment, dedication, and loyalty. It's like we can't sugarcoat everything.
Life is hard.
Yeah, we can't sugarcoat that. And when they see that for themselves, they step back and be like, I don't want to go that route. I want to go this route. I see
They
why y'all
take
was
time
telling me.
to absorb what's going on and make great choices.
Right, and the quote that we always say, let wise counsel be your teacher before adversity will. Meaning that listen to the mentors, listen to the brotherhood, listen to the people that's in the program before outside get a chance to teach you what they got to teach you. So exposure and reality.
Okay, so here is the $1 million question, Mr. Soon-to-be Executive Director.
Okay.
What does the future hold for Chionesu Bakari?
Well,
under your direction.
Under my direction, it's just building the legacy and making it stronger. It's preparing the next generation for the other generation behind them.
Okay, now let's talk real quickly about the success rate. Now I hear that you guys are successful with getting these kids to go to college. Almost like 95% of kids that go to this program go to college.
And out of that 93% go to historical black colleges. See it now going into 12 years and starting back when it was
and
just 30.
And he was the original kid at 12.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes I just got to step back and take off my uniform and just be like, wow, John, look what you helped start.
This is amazing. I'm sorry, this is an amazing story.
Sometimes it's a little touching because the little guys look up to you and they take that big brother relationship seriously. And then one thing we got to understand, the older guys, we got to be patient. We got to understand, and it's good because we build a bond with them and their family. So now we got more mothers, now we got more aunties, now we got more fathers and uncles and all that. It's all about a family affair. So Chionesu Bakari is just a lifestyle, a legacy, a family. It's just great.
Well, young man, I can't wait to see what you do with the future of this fabulous program, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's it. That's the end of the show. That's all I have. I hope you enjoyed the show, but more importantly, I hope you learned something, and I hope you take advantage of this great program that's right here in our backyard. We have to support our young males. We have to love on them, and we have to be the ones responsible for how they turn out, because what we put in is what we get out. So my hat is off to Mr. Horace Moore and his faculty at Chionesu Bakari. You guys are doing a fabulous job, and I expect great things from you guys in the future, and I will be watching. Tonia Grady, aka Gradygirl, signing off. I'll see you next time in the Red Room tonight.
Welcome to the Red Room, huh? Welcome to the Red Room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in. Don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Jam-packed with celebrities. Red carpet interviews. New talent coming up. New news. Never snooze, never lose.